Hi guys, I'm back. I know it's been like 2 weeks or something since I've posted. I've been busy and stuff, but I am reading the first chapter of my book. So I read the prologue in my last video. So if you haven't watched that, go watch it before this video because none of it will make any sense. But here we go. I'll probably end up putting all of them in a playlist. So, okay. Here we go. So this happens after the prologue. Alright, chapter 1. 5 years later. Valor slammed the door behind her. She breathed a sigh of relief at being home and safe. A lot had changed in the last 5 years. The experiment on Flare had spread to about half the population. Monsters covered in crystals that were farmed for money. It was hard to kill them, but once you did, you could easily break the crystals that grew on them off and stash them. Valor dropped her backpack by the door and pulled the attempt of a ponytail out of her hair. She had dyed her hair about 2 years ago as a way of leaving her past behind. After a lot of convincing Lucas, she had cut her hair to bob and dyed it baby pink with blue highlights. Her dad thought it made her look crazy, but her mom loved it. That was another thing that had changed. She had been adopted by Lucas and Zilla shortly after she found them in the woods. Suddenly, she felt something wrap around her legs. She looked down to see her little brother, Ozius, clinging to her legs. Ozius was about 4. He had dark brown hair and gray eyes. His face was round with baby fat, and he had a few freckles on his nose. Valor peeled him off her legs and picked him up. "Hey, buddy, how are you?" Ozius giggled. "I'm good," he replied, his words barely intelligible. Valor's mother walked into the hallway, where Valor was standing, cradling her little brother. "You're back. How was it? Did you find any crystals?" Valor nodded and set Ozius down. He ran off to find their dad. Valor picked up the bag and unzipped it. She pulled 3 crystals out, 1 green, 1 red, and 1 purple. Her mother gasped. "You got a green one?" In the current world, the 3 colors of crystals ranged in price. Purple was the cheapest, only worth about $20. The red one was $50, and the green one was $100. The reason it was like this was because of how difficult it was to fight them. Purples were the easiest to beat, then red, then green. Valor nodded. "How did you manage that?" She shrugged, ignoring the way her mother's eyes roamed over her, checking for injury. She pulled her half-face skull mask higher, hoping her mom couldn't see the blood. "I'm gonna put these away and head to my room." Zilla nodded. Valor put the 3 crystals in a drawer in the kitchen and hurried to her room. The moment she closed and locked the door, she let herself cringe at the pain in her face. She pulled off her sweater. It was a light blue and had stains and tears all through it, but she loved it nonetheless. She gently untied the half mask she was wearing and let it fall. Blood covered the inside, making it look like she poured dye in it. She took a first aid box out from under her bed and set to work. The cut wasn't terrible, but it was bad. It ran the length of her right cheek, starting just below her eye and stopping at the bottom of her jaw. With much effort and pain, she managed to clean and bandage it. She got up and looked at herself in the mirror on the wall. She looked so different, with her weird hair and eyebrow piercing. She stared at the girl in the mirror, the girl in jeans and a sports top, the girl with bags under her eyes and a bandage on her face. She turned away, not wanting to think about how much she looked like her biological mom. She changed into pajamas and went to the kitchen. Her mom was by the stove, cooking dinner, while her dad played with Ozius. He looked up when Valor entered. "Hey, Circuit," he paused, frowning at her. "What happened to your cheek?" Valor shrugged. "I fought a Titanus viridis." For some reason, people had started referring to the monsters in Latin. They were Titanus viridis, Titanus rubor, and Titanus purpureus. Apparently, they thought saying weird words would make them a little less terrifying, which didn't work at all. "Why would you do that?" Lucas growled. "'Cause we needed money, and that was the easiest way to get it." "We don't need money." Valor groaned. "Yes, we do. You barely have enough parts to fix the car. We're running out of food to make, and Ozius's clothes are about 3 sizes too small." Lucas stood up. "That doesn't mean you can go and risk your life." Valor stood up and headed to her room. "What are you doing?" her dad called behind her. Valor grabbed her stained, falling apart sweater and pulled it on. She slipped into sneakers. "Going out." "Out where?" Lucas asked as she grabbed her backpack off the floor in the hallway. "None of your business." She saw her mom behind her dad. She looked scared and nervous. Valor and Lucas fought a lot. He had trouble letting her be independent, and Valor was reckless. She stared at her mother's face, taking in her silent plea. Her eyes seemed to say, "Don't go," but Valor couldn't stay. She turned away from her dad. "Circuit, Ebony, Richard, if you walk out that door." Valor opened the door and glanced over her shoulder. "Watch me, Lucas." That is chapter 1 of my book. I still don't have a name for it. Surprise, surprise. But yeah. regarding life updates, there's nothing really going on uh other than dance and stuff. Yeah. That's really it. I haven't finished Murder Drones yet, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. And me and my sister are watching The Lego Monkey Kid together, which, mwah, beautiful. I love it. But honestly, I think that's all. I got the Heroes of Olympus box set at the bookstore a few days ago, and I have been eating up the books. I listened to the audiobooks up to about a little over halfway through House of Hades, and then I stopped. So I'm going back and rereading them. And yeah, that's just about it. Alright, I will probably post in a few days tomorrow if I can like get going, but I'll probably start having a set day when I will always post a video, and I will try my best to like say ahead if I can't post. But that's really it. Alright. Love y'all. Mwah, mwah.